Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I say good morning, even though it's, you know, well, technically this is coming out at 6 in the morning, so it's not exactly as if, it's bright outside anyway. But here's actually, I really need to draw these things anyway. Because I've got to go through editing, and then I've got to go to bed in about like an hour or so, and this will still have to be done. Madness. So, I call you today because this is something of an emergency meeting. I call it an emergency. It's not really. It feels like one. So, as of right now, it is currently the 24th of February 2023, and I have got exactly 18 weeks to go until my contract at work is fully up. Now, I should explain that I did have a consultation meeting earlier today at work with my line manager, and they explained that there would be a one-off. What was it? It's a one-off payment, which would be like my redundancy payment on the 30th of June. Which, of course, is on Friday in 18 weeks' time. And it'll cover basically all the days I worked because I get paid on the 11th all the way up to the 30th. So that's sort of what it's going to be. So my options right now, ladies and gentlemen, are the following. A, I find work between now and for the next in 18 weeks' time. B, I continue as normal, and I manage to ace it and get a new job, basically with only days to spare for the end of June. C, continue working and face collecting universal credit payments like I did 3+ years ago. Which we can knock out C first of all, because there is absolutely no way in hell I'm ever going to return to universal credit ever again. And D, I somehow get to the end of March, collect my first paycheck from Google for ad revenue, and I strive to double it in April. So we could do stuff like that. So it might, I could, of course, again, I think what the better option or E is get a new job, get it with something very similar hours, maybe something a bit closer to home, and continue to work on my stuff I do here, but earn more money through what I do, so that my pay will be subsidized in a respect, but I can still devote more time, or even more time than before, to my work here on YouTube, and have even more spare time to actually work on other projects as well, because there's quite a lot of other things that are happening in the background as we speak. So that's currently what the situation is, and it is a bit of a scary or a little bit of a daunting situation, because I am entering, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am entering a critical moment in my life. I am entering the period where, whether I like it or not, it will be time to move on. I've been in this situation many times before, from leaving primary school to deciding what I would have to do for my GCSEs, to taking my GCSEs, to taking my A-levels, to making it to the end of university, and here we are again, to the ending of my job that I've had for nearly 3 years. So that's kind of what it's all come down to, ladies and gentlemen. And what we have to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very simple. I've got to make this work. I've got to get myself back to work, and I've got to make all of this work. That's the only way of I think I could conceivably do it, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a chance that I could do it. That there is a chance because, well, you may remember me saying a couple of weeks ago about I was learning about the first Punic War between the Romans and the Carthaginians. And one of the things that many other things that happened is that Rome lost its entire battle fleet to two atrocious storms, and they lost nearly several thousand men and nearly 1,000 battleships in total. But their ruthless determination and infamous reputation for continuing when they are literally strapped and starved of resources, they will continue to fight anyway. And that's what I'm going to be, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to be Roman Consul Regulus. That's that's what the plan is. You know what? If I can actually make this work, then I might even possibly change my name to Regulus, because I want to stand as the Roman symbol of virtue and dignity in the face of Armageddon. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, to make this work is going to require a lot of hard graft on my end. However, that's kind of what I'm all about. Not to mention all the other things I mentioned going on in the background. If I can make them work, then I can make this work too. But one thing's for certain, ladies and gentlemen, and you've heard me say this many, many times before, no matter what happens, I want you guys to take this away. I want you guys to tell your kids about this. I want you guys to tell your grandkids about this. In the tooth of every single difficulty in my life, from illnesses that I thought were extremely painful that I couldn't explain, to near fatal injuries that could have easily have ended my life, but I came back from the brink of death, through dark places, through bleak places, through indeterminably tough places, and through even the economic tough places. I still fought through them. I still got through them. I still got to where I am, and I'm stronger now because of my hard times than you guys will ever possibly imagine. Because, ladies and gentlemen, they never stopped me from trying. That is what I want you to tell people, ladies and gentlemen, is that it never stopped me. Not even from the pressures of what people will think about me. That never stopped me from people thinking my ideas were absolutely ridiculous. It never stopped me from people not listening to me. It never stopped me from people laughing at me. It never stopped me from people bullying me. It never stopped me from people ridiculing me. It never stopped me from every single person abandoning me and failing to listen to me. It never stopped me from feeling that I was alone, from feeling that everything about my life would simply come to nothing and that I would simply fade away into the darkness of the night. It never stopped me. This is my raging reality, ladies and gentlemen. It is bringing you guys into my world, where I rule as the master of reality.